But as a trans woman, I'm going to talk about the problems that mistakes. Like all the mistakes I'm making now. Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Well, let me start off by saying Happy Father's Day to all you biological fathers out there and all of you who identify as fathers. In the past, I've advocated for expanding the definition of mother to include transgender women. Well, I think that goes just as well for fathers. And although the title to this video is I Hate Father's Day, I don't really hate Father's Day any more than I hate Mother's Day. Although last year I also made a video called I Hate Mother's Day. Which I suppose was a provocative enough title that I got picked up by some right-wing websites, and before I knew it, I was getting so many hate views, I didn't know what to do with myself. Of course, the irony there is that 20,000 views in 1 week is good for me. So to all you haters out there who may be watching this video this year, thank you. Last year I talked about all the problematic things that are brought up by Mother's Day for transgender women in particular. But as a trans woman, I want to talk about all the mistakes I've made in the past regarding fatherhood and being called a dad. Now, it is still true that I'd rather be called mom, but over the last year I've gotten no closer to that. Before you kill me over this, I never insisted on being called mom. We've had some discussions about it, and I've talked about it with my ex as well. But it's clear my son isn't comfortable with that right now, and that's okay. What's not so okay sometimes is the lack of support I get from the people around me. For instance, for Mother's Day, I texted out Happy Mother's Day to a lot of my close friends and family, and somebody very close to me who I will not name was the only one who didn't say it back to me. I got some excuses about it takes time and that kind of thing. At this point, it's been nearly a decade. I think that's enough time. It's usually used by people who aren't really accepting, but they don't want to be rude and tell you that to your face, so they just kind of push it off. I don't know yet how this is going to resolve itself, but I'm sure we're gonna have a future discussion about it. But the good thing is nearly everybody else said it back to me, including my mom, kinda. I mean, she said it in Spanish, but it was something like, Happy Mother's Day, even though you really aren't a mother. And I kind of know what she meant by that. I mean, what she meant was biologically a mother. But I appreciated the effort, as backhanded a compliment as it was. However, now I'm going to say something that perhaps is a little controversial. And that is, at this point in my life, I am woman enough to be called dad. Saying that, I am not passing any judgment on any of you who would rather not be called dad. I think that's perfectly okay too. I think that's an individual decision that we each make. But personally, I think I made a mistake when I insisted on my son not calling me dad. I mean, it's perfectly understandable in those early days when we'd go out together. I was very insecure about who I was and how other people would see me. And so being called dad by my son out in public felt a little bit, I don't know, uncomfortable. It felt like I was being put on display. But now I wish more than anything he would call me either dad or mom, or call me on Mother's Day or Father's Day. We actually talked earlier this week, and maybe he will call me on Father's Day. I don't think it isn't that he doesn't see me as his parent, so much as he has difficulty categorizing me, which I suppose the rest of the world has that same problem. For me, I see myself as his biological father. I still do. I will never give that title up. It's a very unique thing to be, and doubly so for somebody who identifies as a woman. And if being transgender can be cool in any way, it's that we have unique experiences. And perhaps we should embrace and relish those things instead of lamenting what we can't have. But for now, my son calls me Maia, which to be honest, I'm not crazy about. I do wish I could go back in time and talk to myself and say, hey, don't let him pick that. The therapist at the time said he should be able to decide what he's going to call you. And I don't disagree with that either, but we should probably have given him choices that would have been okay with me into the future. And that's on me. I just wasn't forward thinking enough. But I still have a loving relationship with him. And he and my ex and I, we all make up a kind of unconventional family that defies labels. Even though this whole video was about labels. Wow. Now I know this is a rather shortish video compared to my other ones, but I wanted to leave a little time at the end to sing something to my son. I don't know if he'll ever see this or any of my videos, to be honest. But I wanted him to know that his acceptance of me, and he does accept me, means the world to me and how much I love him. And I'm not even entirely certain that I would be here if it wasn't for him. Alright, so here is The Way I Am by Ingrid Michaelson, at least my version of it. If you were falling, then I would catch you. You need a light to find a match, 'cause I love the way you say good morning, and you take me the way I am. If you were chilly, here, take my sweater. Your head is aching, I make it better, 'cause I love the way you called me daddy, and you take me the way I am. I'd buy you Rogaine if you start losing all your hair. So on patches to all you tear, 'cause I love you more than I could ever promise. And you take me the way I am, 'cause you take me the way I am, 'cause you take me the way I am. I don't know if it came through in the song, but I do love my son so much. I miss him every day, and I do wish he was with me, but I know where he is. He's surrounded by love, and of course, I still love him, and I know that he still loves me. So on that note, again, happy Father's Day. Like, share, and subscribe, and see you around the interwebs.